in the writings of the ancient Hebrew prophet Zechariah, we are warned of strange-looking flying craft appearing in the last days.
Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, Lift up now thine eyes, and see what is this that goeth forth. And I said, What is it? And he said, This is an ephah that goeth forth. He said moreover, This is their resemblance through all the earth.
To get at the actual truth behind these ephah-shaped craft, we have to go all the way back to the days of Jared son of Mahalalel and father of Enoch. In those days, God chose Semyaza to lead 200 from a class of angels called the Watchers. They were to go preach to mankind from Mount Hermon. Dutifully obeying their orders, the Watchers boarded their Merkabahs and headed down to the earth to teach mankind. When the Watchers reached Mount Hermon, they saw that God had made the daughters of men very fair and beautiful. In fact, an insatiable lust for them rose up within every one of the Watchers. The Watchers decided to defile themselves with earthly women akin to how the dragon had contaminated the line of man earlier. They each chose one wife from amongst the children of men, in order to beget children of their own. The hybrid abominations resulting from these unholy unions walked halfway in the physical, and halfway in the spiritual realms. They were called the Nephilim by some, Titans, Jotna, Ashurus, and the Anunnaki by others. Their heads were oblong-shaped, and had 24 fingers and toes. The Nephilim were of enormous size, towering over normal-sized humans as the giants from the myths of old. Some were extremely intelligent, while others were mere lumbering oafs. Due to their sheer size, the Nephilim were incredibly strong beyond imagining. Lifting, stacking, and even heaving boulders and monoliths were mere child's play to them. They built many gargantuan structures that today still baffle the greatest modern mind. These giants toyed with grown lions like human children do with kittens. They became renowned for their amazing feats of strength, and mankind was powerless to stop them, and their descendants from taking over the world as the evil kings of men. The Watchers taught their evil children many secrets of heaven like metallurgy, weaponry, warfare, psychology, politics, medicine, witchcraft, hermetic magic, deception, secrecy, ciphering, and tremendous technologies from weather manipulation to advanced communications and transportation. The fallen Watchers even taught the Nephilim how to make a physical version of their spiritual Merkabahs. These material anti-gravity vehicles were called VIMANAs. The VIMANAs, often symbolized by a winged disc, could travel in the fluids of water, air, and ether. Their propulsion systems were based on concepts like mercury plasma magnetic vortices, constructive implosion, and real force. There are ancient records of VIMANAs all over the planet. The best records are those of the keepers of the secrets in Tibet. Their enormous Kanja, Tenja, and other codes tell many details of these chariots of the Nephilim as well as other important information.
Unsure consists of over 1,000 volumes containing the holy texts of Lamaism. Their secret code is the most complex ever devised. To date, only 1/100th of the Kanshur has been deciphered. The resulting translations are full of references to gods appearing in the sky, of the luminous pearls and transparent spheres in which they lived.
Mona Lisa, men have named you.
The best publicly known records of VIMANAs are the myriad descriptions of them in the Indian Puranas, Vedas, epics, and other ancient literary works. One work named the VIMANA Shastra gives very detailed information on these ancient flying machines, from their propulsion systems to even how to make them.
The VIMANA Shastra, or Science of Aeronautics, indicates VIMANAs used a propulsion system based on a combination of gyroscopes, electricity, and mercury. Is this possible?
Mercury is an unusual element. Mercury is metal. It's also a liquid, and it's a conductor of electricity. Now, there's unusual things you can do with mercury. You can put it into a closed gyroscopic device with mercury spinning around, and then you can electrify it. And studies have been done on this by NASA and by other scientists. And they find that you have levitation effects, anti-gravity kind of effects, and a spinning bright light is part of it too.
This talks about Mercury rotating and driving some sort of a powerful wind or a windmill effect.
These Indian VIMANAs were used to fight against the Asuras that lived on the White Island continent of Atla. The inhabitants of Atla were much more technologically advanced because of the secrets revealed to them by their fathers, the Fallen Watchers. Their VIMANAs were much more advanced, and they even had a superior new type of craft called Vilexin. The Great War between the ancient Indians and the Asuras of Atla encompassed not only the entire Earth, but was said to even have spread as far as to the moon itself. Having no atmosphere nor much water, corrosion on the moon is minimal at best and leaves open the possibility that evidence of this great war still exists, if it did really occur.
Mona Lisa,